Argentina are still alive. Messi is still scoring. The champions are still chasing a second straight World Cup. But I want to open with three numbers that should terrify every Argentina fan, right now in the middle of a winning run. 8, 14, and 4.51. 14 is how many goals Argentina have scored at this World Cup. 8 belong to one man, a 39-year-old. And 4.51 is his expected goals, the highest XG of any player in the entire tournament. I'm not going to give you the lazy take that Argentina need to find the next Messi. Instead, I'm going to lay out the 5 specific problems Messi leaves behind, the 5 jobs he does that this team has to somehow replace. 4 of them, Argentina can solve. The 5th is why this is the impossible problem. A quick like helps this analysis reach more people, so tap it if you're in. Problem number 1. Problem number 1, the goals. Start with the raw dependency. Messi has scored 8 of Argentina's 14 goals, 57% of everything this team has produced at a World Cup, from one player at 39. He's scored in all 5 matches. Rewind to the group stage and it's starker. Argentina's first 5 goals of the entire tournament were all scored by Messi. Not most of them, all of them. His 6 group stage goals alone would have won the Golden Boot outright at 10 of the last 12 World Cups, a warm-up act that outscores most tournaments' best player. Can Argentina replace the goals? Actually, yes. Lautaro Martínez is a proven finisher, the Copa America Golden Boot winner. Álvarez presses and moves. So problem 1 is real, but survivable. Which brings the trouble, because the goals were the easy part. Problem number 2, the creation. Go one layer deeper and the dependency gets worse. Messi has taken 29 shots and 17 on target, both the most at the tournament. He's created 16 key chances and 6 big chances. That big chance figure the single highest of any player here. And he now has 9 World Cup assists across his career, the most by anyone since records began in 1966. So he isn't just Argentina's top scorer, he's their top creator too. One man is the finish and the pass before the finish. And here's the stat that should genuinely frighten them. Against Egypt, Messi scored, completed 5+ dribbles, and created 5+ open play chances, all in one match. The last Argentine to do that in a World Cup game? Diego Maradona, 1986. In 40 years, exactly 2 Argentina players have produced a night that complete, and they're about to lose the second one. Can they replace the creation? Enzo Fernández and Allister can run a midfield at an elite level. Nico Paz at Como under Fabregas posted 12 goals and 6 assists from midfield in one Serie A season. The pieces exist. So problem 2 is hard, but not impossible. Problem number 3. The transition that won't move. Because here's why they can't just hand the keys to the kids tomorrow. 17 of Argentina's 26 players were world champions in 2022. That continuity is a strength, but it's also a cage. How do you tell a group that just won the World Cup and back-to-back Copa Americas that it's time to tear it down? The hardest teams to rebuild aren't the failures. They're the champions who can still win today, while tomorrow quietly runs out. And the age math is brutal. Depending on the count, this is one of the oldest squads at the tournament, and only 3 players are under 25, Nico Paz, Valentin Barco, and Giuliano Simeone. 3. 2 of the most hyped young Argentines alive, Franco Mastantuono, who just joined Real Madrid, and Alejandro Garnacho, didn't even make the 26. And here's the clearest sign of the problem. Nico Paz, the 21-year-old they're meant to build around, has played barely 70 minutes across the entire World Cup. One single start against Jordan. The future is on the roster. It's just barely on the pitch. Problem number 4, the rescue habit. Watch how Argentina actually win, and you find a team living on late miracles. Round of 32, Cape Verde, 500,000 people, first ever World Cup. Dragged them to extra time and had to be beaten 3-2. Round of 16, Egypt went 2-0 up with 12 minutes left. The champions were 12 minutes from going home. Then the machine switched on. Messi crossed for Romero. Messi equalized himself. Enzo Fernández headed a stoppage time winner, 3-2. And look at when Argentina score. They've now put 8 of their World Cup goals in on the 76th minute or later, the most of any team here, tying a record from 1954. Read it two ways. 1. Extraordinary heart. 2. A team that keeps needing rescue, and the rescuer is almost always number 10. It got so obvious that Scaloni himself had to stand in a press conference and deny that Argentina leaned too heavily on Messi. When your own manager argues against the dependency out loud, the dependency is already a fact. And this problem has no clean solution, because you can coach patterns, but you can't manufacture a rescuer. Which leaves problem number 5, the one that makes all of this impossible. The fear. Here's what the numbers hint at but can't quite hold. When Messi gets the ball between the lines, defenders abandon their shape to swarm him, which is why his teammates keep finding space. When he stands near the box, opponents don't press aggressively because they fear what he does in a half yard. When he stands over a free kick, the goalkeeper is already beaten in his own head. He has a direct free kick goal at this tournament to prove it. And when a match is dying and Argentina are behind, 11 players and a full stadium still believe the equalizer is coming. That belief has been worth 8 late goals. Problems 1 through 4 you can solve, with a finisher, a midfield, time, and a system. Problem 5, you cannot buy. Goals can be replaced, fear cannot. So where does that leave Argentina? Not doomed, I want to be precise about that. They have trophies, a winning culture, real young talent, and one of the best coaches on earth. But add up the 5 problems and you see something unprecedented. For almost 20 years, Argentina owned the greatest problem solver the sport has ever produced. Any question on the pitch, hand it to Messi. 57% of the goals, the most shots, the most big chances, the most belief. Soon, for the first time, they'll have to answer the game without him. And the next era won't be judged on whether they find another genius, because another Messi isn't coming for anyone. It'll be judged on whether they can build a team that stops needing one, built on patterns and structure, not on one man's imagination bailing them out in the 79th minute. That's the impossible problem. Not replacing a player, but unlearning a 20-year habit of being saved. So I'll hand you the real question. Of those 5 problems, which one do you think actually ends Argentina's reign first? And is there a single player in this squad you'd trust to carry them? Or is the honest answer that no one ever could, and that's the whole point? Tell me in the comments, and if you want the other side of this World Cup shocks, how Norway knocked out Brazil, that one's already on the channel.